every single person has an intuition, has this guidance. And if you looked at it in the physical body, it would be located, it's just below the belly button. And we'll all have made decisions in our lives based on feeling something. And the way that it comes in is a strong feeling. And sometimes one way is that we know it's an intuition or it's a gut instinct is because it's very hard to explain to a person why we're doing it, because why is the mind. So it's like, for example, you just have this insight and it's like, I need to move home, or I need to change jobs, or I need to go and chat with that person. And without knowing why, we just feel the impulse or the energy just to go and do it. And generally when we do it, something positive will happen out of it. It will bring about some change in the most positive sense, because it's coming from a higher intelligence. So the whole point of this video is connecting into our gut and trusting ourselves. So even when we look at the body, it's like a lot of us will hold anxiety in this area, in the lower stomach. And if you look at anxiety and you look at the gut, anxiety is this fear that things won't work out. And then trust or intuition is this belief or this understanding that things will work out. So they're conflicting. Now, everyone has the intuition. Intuition never leaves us. But what happens is it's covered over. It's covered over by fears and by mental noise. And when we're kind of keeping busy and when we're in environments that it's hard to kind of settle down, to sit, relax and tune into ourselves, then we're just out of sync with the gut. And that's why it's like even most teachings in terms of psychology, spirituality, it's like that, this pointing back to the person, to the individual, and saying that they have the answers, that you have everything you need to make a decision in your life, to make a choice, because only you can have that experience or that known on that level. And it's just creating enough space for yourself so that you can start to listen to what's happening. And especially if you're facing kind of a tough situation where you don't know what to do, it's sitting with yourself or finding someone who can hold a space for you and really kind of teasing it out so you can differentiate between what's the anxiety or the fear and what's the guidance in the situation, or in another way, what's the best decision to make. And when you start to understand the information as it comes through in terms of the gut instinct, that intuition is a stronger feeling than a thought or than a fear. And when you start to listen to it, what happens in your life as a result of following that is that things work out. And because things work out, you start to listen to it more because it's a positive feedback loop. And then you start to build confidence in yourself. So it's like that connection is strengthened. Like the connection has never left us, but it's strengthened, and the same amount of mind activity, the same amount of thinking can't cover it up because the connection is stronger. So the reason I link it to this project is because with this, it's like this, I have an impulse to record videos. They're going to be on different topics, and I don't really know where it goes. I can't know, but I do have a feeling it's what I'm supposed to be doing. So my job is to listen to the feeling and then to act based on that feeling. And anytime I've done it in my life, things have really just opened up in a brilliant way. And it's that just practice of just listening to yourself and then tuning into what you want and just making decisions based on what you want or what you feel is best for you. And then when you do that, it's just life it just starts to flow. and you just have, again, I'm going to come back to it, it's a better relationship with yourself because you trust yourself and you trust your decisions without knowing what happens as a result of that, what that future looks like, because you feel that when you're in that kind of mode of making decisions based on what you're feeling, that things work out and that they're for your good and for the best of any person around you. So it's just a little analogy, I suppose, for anyone who is kind of figuring out between the two, the fears and the guidance, and just to come back home and just to kind of, I suppose, just develop that trust. So good evening and thanks for watching.